we're officially ready to begin. I want to say a very special welcome to each and every one of you gathered here as we go through these questions together. We first going to start off with math. Mondays, remember Mondays we do math and English, so we do math from 6 to 8 and then English from 8 to 9. Okay, that's usually the schedule for Mondays. Okay, so we're going to begin with this question, and please feel free if you have a question. Please feel free to ask it. Don't be shy. All right. So I'm gonna start off with this homework that we had to do last class. Did anyone successfully complete this assignment? This one?
No, sir.
No. Did you at least try, Ms. Cooper?
I didn't understand it, so I didn't want
You didn't want to waste time.
No.
Okay. All right. That's fine. How long you take looking at it?
Mr. T, from using class, I didn't understand it.
Do you you won't even go bother? Hello, Hestiny.
I didn't want to mess my boxes, so I know what I was doing.
Anyone else?
I tried it, but I'm gonna wait until you finish answering so we can compare.
Okay. All right. No problem. Juan, did you try it?
No, I mean I did, but my answer come out as 27 somewhere.
27. Okay, 27. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's solve. So it's an equation that we have. So make sure as we go through it, make sure write the question down as usual. You should have a black and white book in front of you, and you should have your pen in front of you. Also, writing down number 1 the question, and then number 2 the answer that I provide. And then once we are done with the question, make sure send the notes to my WhatsApp number so that I can see that you're following along. Okay? That's clear? Okay, good. So let me allow these persons to come in and we could get started. All right, welcome Jeremiah. Okay, so let's begin. So the question states the following: solve for x. Okay, so solve for x. So we need to find the numerical value for x. So x equals a number. And it's interesting. What they're saying is, they're saying, give me a number, call it x, that I could use to multiply by 2, take that value, raise it to the power of 9, and I'll get 27. It's kind of easy, I mean, when you really think about it. I mean, we don't even have to do the real rigorous math. Again, give me a number. Yes, ma'am?
Oh, wait. Do you want answers for this question? My quick question.
Yeah, give me an answer. Let me see what you got.
I got a decimal.
You got a decimal? What the decimal was?
0.7.
0.7? No, not really.
5.
0.5?
No, 0.75.
0.75. 0.75? 0.75. I don't think that's the answer. I don't think 0.75 is the answer. Sorry.
Okay.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how you get that though, but alright, so let's do it. So we have a 9 to the power of 2x equals to 27. Right? So 9 to the power of 2x equals 27. That's the question that we have on the floor. Okay, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to solve for x, right? There's a trick that we could use, There's a really good trick. The trick says that, let me just make this note. So the note is the hint for this question, right? So the hint for this question is that all I say is to use the word rule, right? The rule that we need to know to answer this question is that if the bases are equal, then the exponents are equal. Okay, so if the bases are equal, then the exponents are going to be equal, or the powers is going to be equal. So if the base is equal, then the exponents is going to be equal. So let me make sure I write that down right here. If the bases are equal, then the exponents are equal. So that's the rule that we're going to be applying to answer this question. And I think I gave you all that hint last class. Did I?
I just go see had a C4.
Yeah, I think I gave you all this hint last class. Alright, so if the bases are equal, then the exponents are equal. Alright, so 9 is a base, right? And 27 is a base. Again, 9 is the base and 27 is the base. What's the power on 9? What's the power on 9?
2x.
2x. Right? That's Kennedy?
Hello.
Very good. Very good. I'm glad that you're here. So the power on 2x, the power on 9 is 2x. This is the power, the one that's on top, right? That's the power on 9. Now, the power on, and so let me just color the base with another highlighter. So let me use, say, green to color the base. So the green is the base, and the 2x is the power. Here, what is the base for this one?
27.
Yeah, 27 is the base. Now, what is the power? 27 is raised to the power of what?
1.
1.
1. Very good. Very good. To the power of 1. Because 27 to the power of 1 is still what?
27.
7. Good. So, question. Are the bases equal? Are the bases equal? So, is 9 and 27 equal?
3 times 9, 27.
I'm saying, are they equal though? Is 9 and 27 equal? Why are you thinking
No.
In terms of division,
like, are they equal? Like, okay, is
No.
9
not
equal to
no.
27?
No, because it have to be 3 times 9 to get 27.
Very good. So they're not equal, right? So 9 and 27 are not equal. So that means that the bases are not equal, right? So, all right. So the bases are not equal. So that means in order for us to do this, right, we have to make the bases equal so that the exponents could be equal so that we could solve this problem. So that's what we have to do. Make the bases equal to each other. All right. All right. So let's erase all that. Okay, so let's go. So in order to make this base and this base equal, we're going to use 9. Okay. Now, if we look at 27, move this highlighter thing. If we look at 27, we could write 27 as I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah. We could do it. It's interesting though. We could write. Okay. We could write. First of all, let's instead of trying to make both. Okay, we're trying to make both bases the same. So we can take 9 and write 9 as Can we write 9 as 3 squared? Would y'all give me that? Is 9 3 squared? Yeah, you can give me that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So 9 is 3
It's
squared.
silly the same thing.
Say it again?
No, I
Yes,
said
sir.
like 3 squares for the same thing.
Yeah, because 3 squared is equal to what? 3
9.
times 3. And what is 3 times 3?
9.
9.
Very good. So 3 squared is equal to 9. Okay, so that's good. Now, what is 27 though? In terms of 3. Isn't that... Can we write that as 3 to the third power? Can we do that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good. So it's 3 to the third power to the power of... To the power of what?
You put 1?
Yeah, to the power of 1, yeah. Because 3 cubed, let's do this, 3 cubed. So 3 cubed equals 3 times
Nice.
3 times 3.
I can hear
You can't hear me?
I can't.
What it is, Hestinier.
She leave. I guess she
Okay,
can join
okay,
back.
alright. Yeah, so let's try that. Let's try back again. Alright, so let me allow this person to come in. So 3 cubed is 3 cubed is 9. Sorry, 3 cubed is 27, and I'll prove that to you. So notice that if we have, so 3 cubed is going to be equal to 3 times 3 times 3. But what is 3 times 3?
9.
9.
Very good. 9 times, bring down the 3.
27.
Yeah, what is 9 times 3?
27.
27. Very good. 27. So that means that 3 cubed is 27, and 3 squared is 27. Sorry, it's 9. It's 9. Sorry. Alright, so do we understand that?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so that's why we say that, hey, we could just take 9 and represent that as 3 squared, and we could just take 27 and represent it as 3. Alright? Okay. So, remember the exponent rule that we learned last class? And the exponent rule says that this is the power of a power.
Mr. T2, go back so you can
Say it again.
we'd go back so you can take a picture, please, of the answer.
Oh, I ain't finished yet. I'm not done with this question. But if you want to take a picture of it now, that's fine. Okay. So remember last class we was learning about the exponent rule. And exponent rule says that if we have, this is power of a power. So let me do it clearer for you. So the exponent rules told us that if we have a to the power of m, right, all to the power of n, that's going to be a to the m times n, which basically means that if we have one power inside the bracket and the other side outside the bracket, we have to do what to the powers?
Multiply them.
Multiply the powers.
Multiply the powers.
So you multiply the powers. Good. So in a similar manner, we have a power here and a power on the outside. So what must we do?
Multiply them.
Multiply the powers.
Multiplying them is 4x.
Very good, because 2 times x is 4x. Sorry, 2 times 2x.
You mean 2 times 2?
2 times 2x is 4x. Again, 2 times 2x is 4x. So that means that we are going to multiply them. So we are left with 3 to the power of what? To the power of
4x.
4x.
X.
Very good. This is going to be equal to, remember, we have to multiply the powers. What is
3 to the power of 3.
Very good. Because 3 times 3 is, sorry, because 3 times 1 is
3. 3.
Good. So then we have 3 to the power of 3. Good. Now, can we use our rule?
Can you repeat that?
Can we use the rule?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, because the rule says that if the bases are equal, then the exponents are equal. Or if the bases are equal, then the powers are equal. So are the bases equal? Do we have the same base?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is the base? What is the base?
Yes, sir. 3.
3. Very good.
3.
Good. So since the bases are equal, that means that wait, Nancy. Which answer was again?
0.75.
That's actually correct, you know. How you get that?
Wow.
I do it so differently. I know I had a feeling it's gonna be wrong, so like I was kind of hesitant to tell you.
Wow. Yeah, it is right. It is right. 0.75. Anyway, I can show you. So okay. So if the bases are the same, then the powers are equal. So we say, right? So we say, therefore, comma. Remember the powers are equal. So it's gonna be that 4x is equal to what? Sorry, let me put this in the right order.
3.
4x is equal to 3. So 4x equals to
3.
3. Good. And what are we gonna do with both sides? Divide both sides by what?
4.
4.
4, yes.
3.
3
By 4.
by 4.
Where the next 3 going?
Wait, one moment. Okay, what next are you talking about?
The 3 are from above. It was to the 4th power. And you just randomly put the 4x there.
Okay, so what we said that 2 and 2x is 4x, right?
Yeah.
So that's how we got the 4x there. You understand that? Or no?
No, I was saying like the bottom, from the bottom, the 4x there. I say where the 3 is. For the bottom.
Where the 3 going? Remember. Exactly. Very good question. We move the 3. It's almost as if we could cancel out the 3's. If you can look at it like that. Because remember, if the bases are the same, then the powers are equal. So we don't have to worry about these 3. It's almost as if you could cancel them. So you could say this goes and that goes. So we just left with 4x equals to 3. Now I wouldn't advise you to put the cancellation sign, but you could think of it like that. Okay?
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Very good question.
Mr. Badi,
Yeah.
how would it be if the bases were different?
If the bases are different, we can't use this rule. We'd have to do it another way. We'd have to actually take the log of both sides.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't worry about the bases anymore?
You don't worry about the bases no more.
So once you get them equal, you just focus in on the exponents.
You just focus on the exponents, yeah. So therefore, 4x is equal to 3. Then we divide both sides by 4, right? Because we're trying to get rid of the 4 on this side. So we divide both sides by 4. And so this 4 cancels over this 4. So x is equal to what?
3 over 4.
3 over 4. But what is 3 over 4?
75, 0.7.
0.75.
75.
You don't have to change it to a fraction. You don't have to change it to a decimal. You could leave it as a fraction. I just do it as a decimal so Nancy could see that she is right.
Okay.
Really, Miss Petite?
Yeah. I don't know what you did. I
like your way better though. My way is so complicated. I was. Ugh.
Wow, you got it. That's impressive. Okay.
Yeah.
But I had to fuck some hair to get that.
So do we need another one?
Yes, sir. Please.
Please.
Miss Badid,
Yes, sir.
can you do one like with different bases?
Where the bases are not the same. Okay.
Yeah.
If we have one with different bases, the same principle would apply. I mean, because remember these two started off as different bases. So if it have different bases, you'll have to force it to be the same base. You understand what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying, Kakado?
Yeah, that's all.
Now, if there's no way to force it to be the same base, then you'll have to do it using the natural log, and I'll show you how to do it that way. But I wanna cement this idea first, and then we can do one where it's impossible for them to have the same base. All right. Okay. So let's do another one. Good.
I have a question, Mr. T. We can leave the answer as 3/4.
Yeah, you can leave it as 3/4. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try this one. This is one to try on your own. Try 9 to the power of 3x is equal to 81. Try that for me. 9 to the power 9. Try that for me. Try also 8 to the power of 4x is equal to 512. Okay. Okay, so 30 seconds, right? That's all you need, right?
Unfortunate. No, I need 5 minutes.
5 minutes. On the exam, we didn't even give you 5 minutes for this.
On the first one, I got 2/3.
2/3? Okay. Nancy say 2/3. Alright. I wonder if anyone else is asking to join. Yeah, I was right. So 9 to the power of 3x equals to 81. And 8 to the power of 4x is equal to 512. Okay, so yeah, so let's remember the idea is that if the bases are the same, the powers are equal. So are the bases the same in this case?
No.
No. So we have to try finding a way to make the bases the same, right?
Yes, sir.
We know that okay. We know that there's different ways we could do this one. I could do it the regular way that I just showed you. So we're gonna change 9. And 9 is just basically 3 squared. We know that. To the power of 3x, right? Which is equal to, well, 81 is, what is 81? 3 to the power of what?
4.
3 to the power of
4.
because 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 times 3 is, see what I mean? 3 to the power of 4 is going to be equal to 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. We know that 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 times 3 is 9, so it's going to be 9 times 9 is equal to 81. Good, so that means that this 81 is 3 to the power of 4 to the power of 1. Now we got to multiply the powers. What is 2 times 3x? It's going to be what? 2 times 3x is what?
6x. 6.
6 what? 6x.
X.
Good. And 4 times 1 is
4.
4.
4.
So it's just be.
Oh yeah, it's 4 to the power of 6.
So it's going to be 3 to the power of 4. Remember, the bases are the same. Therefore, you could use this arrow to symbolize therefore. Therefore, 6x is equal to what? 6x is equal to 4.
4.
What do we do at this point?
Multiply both sides by 6. Divide both sides by 6.
Very good. So it's going to be 6 and 6. So f is going to be equal to 4 over 6.
2/3.
And we could simplify, right? We could divide top and bottom by 2. 4 divided by 2 is
0.666.
yeah. And then
2
and then 6 divided by 2 is
3.
3.
2 over 3.
And 2 over 3 is 0.666667. Alright? But you can leave it as 2 over 3. Alright, so how many persons got this before I said it?
Yes, me.
That's what you say.
I
That's a 0.333, right?
No, 0.666667.
Alright.
Mr. Mateen, I had the I kind of didn't get it.
You kind of didn't get it? Why?
Because, okay, the part where every place where you're 4, I had 5 because I add instead of multiply. I do plus 5. Then when I go back and check and I realized that, but then you already like put the answer, so it didn't make sense.
There's an easier way to do this though. And the easy way I'm going to show you right now. And it's going to be tremendously simpler than what we just did. So the better way, and the way how I would do this question, if I had it, I would do it like this. So we know that 9 to the power of 3x is 81. Okay, we can leave 9 as follows. We could leave 9 as 9 to the power of 3x. But what is 81? Isn't 81
Power 2.
9 squared?
Yes, sir.
Alright?
That's what I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
so-
why, like,
The bases are the same, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So the powers are equal. So it's gonna be 3x equals to what?
2.
2. Divide by 3 on both sides. It's gonna be 3x divided by 3 is equals to 2 divided by 3. We cancel out the 3's. So x is gonna be equal to what?
2 over 3.
2 over 3.
that's what I was doing it like that. But when I see I was doing something different, I was like, I just stopped because I was like, okay, I probably do.
No, you're not doing it wrong. It's fine. So this is a better way. Now the reason why, now some may say, okay, well, Mr. Petit, why you sure it was it with 3? Well, it's because the first one we did, we couldn't use 9 because there's nothing you could raise Then you could raise 9 too. That would give you 27, right? So we had to settle for using 3. But here, if you could use 9, use 9, right? But here we couldn't use 9, all right? Okay, so did anyone finish this one?
See,
Yes, ma'am.
I actually didn't use 9, which is the wrongest thing I ever did.
What you use?
I used 9 for that question for real, and I've been through a long road.
Oh, you mean for the first one?
Yeah, it took me around like 15 minutes to get it.
Oh, you did use 9.
I used 9.
If you use 9 to the
It
power
got
of
so
what?
technical.
9 to the power of what will give you 27 is the question.
9 to the power 1.5.
1.5?
That's all. But it was hard to get 1.5, so
okay, yeah,
it wasn't worth it. It wasn't.
What
worth
I mean is, yeah, that's a good point you made. Like,
it wasn't.
It's not as straightforward. Like, it's not a round number. It's not a whole number. Because there's no whole number that I could use to raise to the power of 9 that can give me 27. So that's why I didn't use 9. I just gone straight to 3. Okay.
Miss Petit.
Yes, sir.
Could you explain 3 to the power of 2 close bracket 3 to the power of x?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we could write 9 as 3 squared. You agree, right?
Yes.
Okay, and we just place the
3 times
3x.
2. I mean, 3 times 3 is 9, yeah.
Yeah, and we just replaced the 3x there because it was ever there.
Okay.
And then we say 2 times 3.
6.
6. And the x follows.
Okay then.
So that's how we get 3 to the 6x.
Alright.
That's the only thing from that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Is there like noise in my background?
Not really.
Not really, okay. Alright.
No.
Okay. Because I have the fan on and I was wondering if that's making a lot of noise. Okay, so... Okay, so let's do this one. 8 to the power of 4x. Anyone got an answer for that?
8. I got a half. 1/2.
1/2? That don't sound right. It don't sound right now.
You asked me for the answer?
Yeah.
I got 3/4.
3/4? 3/4? Interesting.
3/4.
Okay, what base we could use for 512?
You could use 8.
We could use 8, very good.
8.
8 to the power of what is 512?
8 to the power of 3.
Very good, sir. This is another math genius. What's your name?
Dion.
Dion. You're a math wizard.
Like, obviously, no.
You say obviously no. I mean, you get it straight. 8 to the power of 3. Okay. Alright, good. So 8 times 8 is what?
64.
64.
Why not say feel sorry for you?
Bye.
You've another math wizard.
Please. Stop doing that. Anyway, yeah. I used 2 for some reason. I got it wrong. I didn't even realize it. Anyhow.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. He coming to take the ground now. 64 times 8 is 5.
He could have it. I applaud him, and he could take it because I don't want it.
That's too funny. Good. 64 times 8 is 512, right? So 8 cubed is 512. So this is 8 cubed. Okay, and then this is 8 to the power of 4x. Do we understand that 8 cubed is 512?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, are the bases the same?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good. So the bases are the same. So what could we say about the powers?
They're equal.
They're equal.
Powers are the same.
So, I mean that. What's the next thing that we write?
4x is equal to 3.
Very good. 4x equals.
Therefore, equals 3.
Yeah. And this is the therefore symbol. This means therefore equals to how much? 3.
3.
What's the next step?
Divide both sides by 4.
Divided by 4.
Divide both sides by 4. Alright, so and so we're gonna cancel out. So x is equal to
3/4.
3/4. Okay, so that's us. Okay. So x equals to 3/4. Okay, so please send in the notes for these ones. Send in the notes. Take a picture of the notes that you've written down and send it to my WhatsApp number, please, so that I can know that you're following along. Please do that for me. Dylan is the only one who has sent something so far. The rest of you, I'm waiting for the notes on this one.
We haven't finished yet.
You haven't finished it yet?
Excuse me, Mr. BT.
Now I mean, like, we hasn't finished the question.
We finished our question.
Mr. BT.
Red line. Red line.
What Bgcse we doing right now?
No. We're not doing it. We're on the unfamiliar. So this is Bgcse territory.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. But the principles here are like rules of exponents. They could ask you. So like for a typical Bgcse question, they may ask you like, what is 8 cubed or something like that, and they may ask you to expand it out or something like that. But to actually solve these, go ahead.
So they wouldn't ask like these type of questions?
No, they wouldn't ask you to solve exponential equations.
But they might throw this, but they might throw these others though.
They might throw these what?
These questions others.
You mean y'all? Definitely for y'all. This come from y'all people. Definitely for y'all, for sure. It's paper 3. So for sure. For sure. No doubt.
So
But for Bgcse, they like to ask these type of questions like, what is 8 cubed? What is say 7 to the power of 4 or something like that. And so you have to know how to expand it out and stuff it. When you're reaching grade 11, 10, then you're gonna start doing this. Okay. Okay, thank you, Miss Pennerman. Thank you, Miss Cooper. Thank you, Miss Bodie.
You're welcome.
Very good. Very good writing. Miss Cooper, she writes just like you. Just like you.
hello.
That's a good thing though. It's the same big print. I don't know if y'all need glasses up. Yours right huge.
I wear glasses,
Oh, okay.
but I always write big because I used to write on the board too.
Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah, I like to write big too. I just feel like I need to see it clearly. So,
Yeah.
okay. So now back to
What's the next one?
a next one. Just like
You still share it.
I know I stopped sharing. A next one, Mr. One. Did you want a whole truckload?
I mean, for me,
For you.
for me,
Okay. All right. Let me just give
We
you.
get one formal this time.
Let me give you a personal one. Yeah, those. I think that's good enough. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. We'll say 7 to the power of 5x equal to 2. $2,401. So do this one for homework. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that's all that one for homework. Okay. So let's go back to the easy peasy questions that we've been waiting for. Now this time better be good to us because I don't understand how I get 646. By the way, if this is your first time here, please note that my time on my computer is incorrect. So it's not
Oh boy.
647. It's not 647. Don't mind my time. That is full, yeah. So whatever time I tell you, that's the correct time. Okay. Don't worry about it.
Go try cover it now.
Don't worry about. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we're trying to get. I'm trying to get the. Okay, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get the. So we move from familiar to unfamiliar. So I'm trying to get the other paper that we was working on. I think that was 2020.
We do unfamiliar first aid.
Yeah, we do unfamiliar first. Because remember we had that for homework, so you know. Nancy, I saw your email. Nancy always trying to give me more work. I don't understand this. Right, Nancy? She called quiet. Okay, let's see.
Yes?
That's pretty they sent it.
Okay, you send it. I said I saw your email.
You're not even in the school yet. Pardon me?
I said I saw your email.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I say you always try to give me more work.
Mr. J, I apologize. Don't worry. Eventually, I get that you're here. And you, trust me, when you'll be done with me, you'll miss me. I know.
I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. But that's no problem. When I saw that, I just smiled. That's no problem. That's no problem. I'm perfectly fine with that. This is 20. Wait, did this say? Oh yeah, we did that. 29. I'm surprised. Okay, so. Oh. Okay then, 2018. Paper 2, but we already did this too. Okay, so 2017 then. Okay, good. So we're gonna do 2017 paper 2. All right. So my screen is not sharing, right?
Yes, that's not sharing.
Not sharing. Okay, good. Okay, I think we're back on track now. Good. Okay, so like as I always do, I always go to the back. So in the back here of this is 2017 people. On the back here they have a receipt, and they want us to finish. They want us to finish, fill out the receipt. All right. So let's finish fill it out. So again, copy down the question and then write down the correct word that is provided.
Right. No.
Pardon? Oh, I thought someone was asking the question.
They say if we have to write all of that.
All of what?
They go on the screen.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, all of this. It's not all of this, it's just this. We've had longer stuff. Last class we had to draw a whole time graph.
Exactly.
Alright, so okay, so let's move forward. So we're gonna help Marx out. So Marx is repairing his apartment. Complete the following bill by filling in the blank spaces marked A, B, C, and D. So he bought 8 sheets of plywood. So, and the unit cost. When they say unit cost, what do they mean?
For each one,
Yeah, who said that?
Jackie.
Okay, yeah. The unit cost, the cost for each item. Okay. So one sheet of plywood cost $23.20. And he got 8 sheets of plywood. So how would we get A? How would we figure out what A is?
Multiply the 23,
Multiply by
20.
Very good. So it's gonna be 8 times $23.20.
185.60.
That's gonna be equal to. So you're multiplying 8 by 3. Sorry, multiplying 8 by $23.20. And so we get $185. Normal cents. 60 cents, right? That's supposed to be a 0. 60 cents. 185 and 60 cents. Now, this is interesting because they say we have 3 cans of paint. Alright. We do not know what the unit cost is. We don't know what the cost for one item is. But we do know that he got, the total that he got was $129.60. So the question is, how much is for one?
Divide it.
Divide?
By 3.
Very good. Very good. I like that you all understood that. So we want to take $129.60 and divide it into 3 equal shares or 3 equal parts. Okay? And that'll give us the cost for one. It's going to be
43.20.
129.60. We want to divide that by $3. And so we're going to not $3, we're going to divide it by 3.
By 3.
Which is 3 cans
Yeah.
of paint. Okay. I don't know where my mind is tonight. 129.60 divided by 3. $43.20.
20 cents.
Good. That's the cost for one can of paint. And that's, I must say, they are generally right. That's basically the cost for a can of paint for real. Thank you, Kennedy, for sending the notes, even through email. Kennedy, you faithful boy. I think someone is asking to that end something. One moment. Alright, so okay, good. So now one moment. I think someone else is asking to join again. Kennedy.
You passed me.
Okay. I just saw another Kennedy, and I'm like, I know that Kennedy.
It's a Kennedy trolls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want that foolish stuff happen again like last semester. Alright, so this one, okay, so we know that the unit cost is $2.40, and we know that the total is $12. So how much paintbrushes did we get? Go ahead. How are we gonna figure this out?
You're going to divide $2.40 by 12.
No.
You gotta multiply them too.
You're gonna divide, but you said it the opposite way, nuts.
Okay, that's how I usually say it. I know it's you put the 12 on the 12 first, then you divide it by.
Yeah, you're gonna take the 12 and divide it.
Sorry.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 12. So to find C, it's gonna be 12 divided by 240. I wonder if it's right. This feels wrong. Let me see something. I don't think they will do that. Let me see something. Yeah, 5. So
5, yeah.
the answer is 5. Okay, so 5 paint brushes, 240 each. So if we have 5 paint brushes times 240, they give us 12 for real. Yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah, so 12 divided by 240 is 5. Now, I want to show you all how to do this by hand, though. Because I don't know if you know how to do it by hand. Especially for those who are taking the Bgcse, they need to know how to do it by hand. So, if we have 12, so follow me with this one. We have 12 divided by 240. The first thing that we're going to do is we have to make everything whole numbers. Like, we don't want to be dealing with no decimals. So we're going to multiply the bottom by what? And the top by what?
What?
We want
100.
100. Who said that? Dion? Oh, the math whiz. So you're going to multiply it by 100. And the reason why you multiply it by 100 is because we are trying to change this decimal into a whole number. Okay? So 2.40, if we multiply that by 100, it's going to move that decimal point twice.
2 places to the right.
Okay? And so it is going to be equal to, what is 12 times 100?
1200.
1200. And what is 2.40 times 100?
240.
240. Good. Next up, we could do at this point, we could cancel out the zeros. So this 0 goes with that 0.
Smithy, why you use 100?
I use 100 because it's 2 numbers behind the decimal point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's going to be 120. We did this before, Miss Cooper. You have to be studying.
I guess it's not.
So it's going to be 120 divided by 24, which is going to be 5. Okay. So that's how we would do it, by hand. So if it was one number behind the decimal point, then you'd use 10. Since it's two numbers behind the decimal point, you use 100. What if it was three numbers behind the decimal point?
1,000.
You'd use 1,000. And whatever you do at the bottom, you must do the top.
I don't read the $100.
Top.
So can I move it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
Mr. you can go look at the top.
That is 5, right? Okay, so now let's determine the total. How are we going to figure out the total?
You add them all.
I just get them.
So it's going to be 185.6
Got my answer.
plus 120.60 plus 12. What's your answer, Ms. Kennedy? You got to add all them together.
I got $240.80.
Just $240. 80 cents. Let's check that.
80 cents.
185.
Okay, so
I didn't get that.
6.
so it was 185.60, right? Plus what?
So
Plus
129.60.
6.
Plus 12, right?
12.
Never mind. I
It's
got it.
327.
Yes, sir.
327.2. No problem.
I got that.
327.
That's correct.
Kennedy, what happened? What happened? I know you're some next mod whiz. What happened? Too much cinnamon in the morning. Kennedy, I mean, you know.
I get the 20 pot. I ain't gonna do the rest.
3, 2, 7. Point what?
20.2.
Very good. So that's his total bill. Down a lot.
$327.20.
$227.20. Alright. Down a lot. Down a lot. Down a lot to repair our apartment. That's pretty. Now, anything now is at least that's materials. Now, labor is another thing. So, but $227 is pretty decent. Okay, so any questions on this?
This question is on paper
That's
1.
all.
Paper 2. But this comes from 2017 paper 2, but it's a BJC paper. So it's not Bgcse. This one is BJC. The previous questions I did before with the power and the thingam, that was Bgcse. So we move from BJC and Bgcse question. That's how we do it. Because we have both groups here. I want to make sure that all two of you all get what's needed. Okay. But this is familiar or unfamiliar?
Yeah.
Familiar. That's good.
Yeah,
Familiar. Familiar.
Good. What I would say though, I was surprised that they did this like this, because normally they just ask you, what is the total or something like that. They don't usually ask you what is, like, to divide it and stuff. So that was interesting to see that division come into play. And so this is definitely a more difficult one compared to the other ones that I've seen. So just be prepared for that. The other receipt questions usually be way more easier. So just keep your eyes and ears open. Okay, so okay, the same thing happened again. I don't know. So
What name was this time?
Say it again.
What was it this time?
There's Lionel. I can't even
I can't even tell the last name.
say it. Okay. Alright, so let's move forward. Look like I have to change the link again. I hate having to change the link. No, I ain't changed it in a while. This is the thing. Alright. So let me take the attendance. Okay, so let's go back to unfamiliar. But this shouldn't be too unfamiliar to us. I think that this one should be, because we did some questions on these before. I think B is gonna be interesting for us.
Yeah, I actually want to learn this again. I remember having a question like this and getting it wrong.
Okay. Alright, so let's do this. So in the formula, k divided by x to the third, k is a constant. If y equals 4 and x equals 6, calculate. So this question comes from 2016 paper 3. And so let's see it. It isn't hard. That's the thing. I just want to let you know that these stuff ain't hard. So let's see. All right. So okay, so here they just want us to do a simple substitution. Okay, so in the formula k over x to the third, k is a constant. If y equals to 4 and x equals to 6, calculate the value of k. Where y come from? Where y come from? They made a mistake,
Might be for B.
They made a mistake. Okay, so no. Okay, I see what they did. X equals to 4. Okay, they clearly made a mistake, yeah.
X equals to 6 or 4?
X equals to 6. Okay. So how it's supposed to read is that this is a mistake that they made. Yeah. Because the reason why I say it's a mistake is because they didn't tell us what y is, right? But what they're supposed to do is they give us the equation. So what they supposed to do is that the formula that they have is y is equal to, open bracket, all to the power of k all over x to the third. So that's the formula right there. So what they did, they forgot the y. So in a case like that, if they remember in time, they'll tell you to correct it. They'll just say, hey, there's a mistake on question 2, paper 3, or whatever. And they'll let you correct it before you attempt this question. So, or if they don't correct it in time, they might just throw the question out or something like that. But this is the formula it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be y is equal to k over x to the third. Instead of just k over x to the third. Yes, ma'am?
So what if the person figure it out, then they still take it off the paper?
That's the thing. I don't know what they'll do in that case. I don't know. But this is clearly a mistake.
Hope they give them 3 points.
Say it again?
Hope they give them 3 points for that mistake.
What about the others though?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. They probably might give them extra credit. I don't know what they'll do in that case, honestly, to tell you the truth.
I want my points.
You want your points? Yeah. All right. So my exam paper had a mistake too. Remember when I took the Bgcse, we had a question. It took me so long. The construction didn't want to. The triangle didn't want to close. So I thought I did the question. I redid the question. I'm like, this triangle ain't closing. I don't know why. And I just leave it. And then when I went to class, my teacher's like, there's a question on that, and the triangle, don't whatever. And then she's telling us that, oh, we're supposed to leave a note and say, oh, it isn't working or whatever. I was like, I didn't leave no note because I was like, this thing isn't working. But, yeah, that was a mistake on my paper too. So mistakes do happen on the exam, so they could make a mistake on the question. Do your best, but don't waste too much time, you know. Okay, so y is equal to k over x to the third. So that's the formula we're going to use. So we know that y equals to k, right, over x to the third. And they're telling us that y is 4. So remember, y is 4. So we're going to replace y with 4. And we know that we have nothing for k, so this becomes still k. And we know that x is what?
6.
Good. So we're going to replace x with 6. 6 to the power of 3. Very good. All right. Now we can, what? Cross multiply, right? Right? So we put this over 1.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And so we cross multiply. So we multiply the 1 by the k and the 6 by the 6 cubed by the 4. So what is? Yes, ma'am.
We wouldn't change the 6 cube first.
Oh, let's wait.
Yeah.
So what is 1 times k?
K.
K. And so we're left with k, which is 6. And then this is 6 cubed times 4. Now what is 6 cubed? That's gonna be what? 6 times 6 times 6. 216. Very good, Lionel.
Oh.
How you know that?
Because I know it up my hand.
Very good. You're supposed to know it, especially Bgcse people. You need to know your cube numbers all the way up to 2, all the way up to what is 20 times
15
times
all
the way up. Oh, y'all learn up to 15. My teacher told us to learn up to 20.
That's too much.
Man, not too much. You eventually know. You eventually remember it. 6 times 6 is what? 36.
36.
And
36.
And then 36 times 6 is what?
26.
216.
216. What's Kennedy like?
Kennedy.
Blue cheese.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
When she unmute, you care.
Kennedy. Kennedy.
You know exactly what you do.
Oh boy. Kennedy, what happening these days?
What are you doing?
What you mean you to do? Oh, okay. Alright, 216. Good. So this is gonna be 216 multiplied by 4, right?
Yes, sir.
Equals to K. What is 216 multiplied by 4?
Eight, six,
864.
Very good. So K is equal to 864. So we could write it.
864.
We could write it. We could write it in reverse. So 864 equals K. So that means that K equals 864. Okay. So this is the correct answer for us. All right. Any questions from you on that? Hello. Any questions on that?
No, sir.
No.
All right. Okay. Send in the note for that and the other ones as well.
Excuse me, Mr. BT. My phone isn't working, so I'm gonna have to send you it through email.
Okay. Sure. No problem. Lionel, your phone ain't working. I know you. I know you. I know you're the high tech people. So.
I'm kind of sad right now.
864. 864. Where's your friend Lionel?
I don't know what's going on with him.
Alright.
Yeah,
one thing with Jonathan, he'll give you a pop end though. He'll right when you need him most, he'll just show up. Alright, good. So that's 864. So let's move on. Alright. So they want the value of x. So they want the value of y when x equals to 4. Alright, this is very important, people. They tell us something very important about k. That k is a constant. What do we know about constants? So, anyone?
What's the question?
So they tell us that k is a constant in this formula. Okay? K is a constant.
Doesn't move.
Very good. Very good. Kennedy, you redeem yourself. So, k is a constant. I mean, it's fixed. Its value does not change. Right? But x and y are what we call variables. Okay? So their value does change. Okay? So in one case, y could be 4 and x could be 6. In another case, we could change x and we could change it to 4 and stuff like that. So k remains. That doesn't change. But y and x, they're going to change. And the reason why we know that is because they say, yeah, k is a constant. It's fixed. It doesn't change. It's thick and stone. Wow. Wow, Lionel. Guess who's
I guess Max is that fat boy that comes in class.
Wow. Alright, thank you, Lionel, for being a good friend. Alright. Good evening, Jonathan. Thanks for coming. Alright, so let's do this. So if k it doesn't change, right? What is going to be the value of y when x is 4. So remember, we're using the same formula. Okay. So here we know that y equals to k over x to the power of 3, right? Now,
Yes,
what is
sir.
k? What is k?
864.
Very good. We
Okay.
know that k is
64.
864. But why are we using the same thing?
It's a constant, don't
So
move.
K is a constant.
Very good. It's a constant. K is a constant. It doesn't move. It's fixed. It's a fixed value. It's going to be 864 again. So y is equal to 864 divided by, what is x?
4.
Very good. X is
4.
equal to 4, so it's 4 cubed. What is 4 cubed?
28.
What?
Sorry, it's not 28.
What'd you say?
It's
Wait, what did
64.
you say?
64.
4
Oh,
cubed. So it's going to be 4
64.
times 4 times 4. So it's going to be 16. Because 4 times 4 is 16, right?
Yes, sir.
It's going to be 4 times 4, which is 16, times 4. What is 16 times 4?
64.
64.
64. So that means that 4 cubed is 64. So we're going to write that down. So 4 cubed, we're going to put, instead of 4 cubed, we're going to put 64. This is 864. So 8, 6, and 4. So y is equal to 864 divided by 64. Now, what is 64 divided by 64?
You say 64 divided by 64?
864 divided by 64.
Oh.
13.5.
13.5. 13.5. So the value of y when x is 4 and k being a constant is 864 is 13.5. Okay. Any questions on that for me?
In my opinion, that might be the easiest one you could ever see in Bgcse.
Yeah, it's interesting because that's on paper 3. I find that screen, so I'm like, come on, this is the best you could do. Paper 3. That's extended.
That's routine. Good
Yes,
question.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just to clarify, why didn't you from A, why didn't you use what they have there for K instead of, just want to understand why do you use the 8664
What did they
rather
give us
than
for K?
Oh no, I mean, sorry, like instead of we using then the numbers above, why did we just use the answer instead of, you understand?
No, I understand.
You see how we have the first line, like why didn't you use the same numbers then?
Okay, so you mean like y is equal to 4 and
Uh-huh.
x? Okay. Okay, because here, this is A, and then this one is B. So with B, they said we want the value of y when x is 4. So we can't use x as 6. You see what I'm saying? Because they say, we don't want you to use x as 6. We want you to use x as 4. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I get you. Thank you.
Now, with the y, they saying, we don't want you to use y as 4. No. We want you to calculate the value of y when x is 4. You see now? You see the reason now?
Yeah, I understand now. Thank you.
Okay, all right, no problem. Okay, good. All right, so that one was pretty straightforward. So let's move on back to familiar territory, hopefully. Time graph.
Just skip it.
Just skip it. Some of these is be easy.
I didn't draw it.
Alright. I wouldn't compel you to draw this one because it's a pretty huge one. Okay, don't draw the grid, but just, what I mean is you don't have to be so exact with drawing all them boxes, but just draw the general outline. Okay? Okay, so this is where we have a distance versus time graph. And then we're going to answer some questions based off of it. Okay, no, just 4 questions. All right. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, good. So how much minutes y'all need to complete this?
Can you read these questions first? Yeah, number Lord.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. They give you 3 minutes. So complete this in 3 minutes. 3.
Wow.
3 minutes. Then we'll answer them together. 3 minutes. Come right back. 3 minutes I give you.
I'm still drawing the graph.
So you don't have to draw, just draw the line thingy.
Okay, so let's continue. So the question states the following. How far has Norman cycled in the first 10 minutes? What's the answer to that one?
45.
Say it again.
2.5
2.5 what? Kilometers?
kilometers.
Okay, so let's read this carefully. So just to give us an idea, so this is AM, so this is time in AM. So this is a morning thing, and apparently he is cycling, so that means he's on a bike. So the guy names is Norman, and so he starts from home and he's going to his grandmother's house. And so this is giving us the distance in kilometers from home to his grandmother's house. Now, this is 8 o'clock. Then this is going to be 8:20. Then 8:40. Then 9 o'clock. Then 9:20. Then 9:40. So we're counting in 20 minutes. Right? 8 to 8:20. 8:20 to 8:40. 8:40 to 9. How do you get from 8:40 to 9 so quick? That's gonna be, oh yeah, because 60 makes it make an hour. Then 9 to 9:20, and then 9:20 to 40. So we're counting in intervals of 20 minutes. All right, and the distance moves in multiples of 2. So it's gonna be 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, and so on. Now the question asks, how far has Norman cycled in the first 10 minutes? So the 10 minutes would be half of 20. Okay, half of 20. So if you look at this, each of this is 5 minutes. So this is going to be 5, 10, 15, 20. So each little interval here is 5 minutes. We understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
so that means that this right here is going to be our 8:10. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Agreed.
Because this is you're all funny, but this is 8:10. It's half of 20. All right, and so if we cross this over like so, this is going to be 2 point something. But the figure what they're counting in though, so this is the 2, this is 2. I assume this is 2.2, 2 point.
No, that's 2 point.
No, I think it's 2.1.
2 point. It can't be 2.1. Okay, let's say if it's 2.1.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
2.5, then 3, and then 3.5, then 4.
Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. This is 2, 2.5. 2.5. Let me make that clear. 2.5. Then 3. 3.5. And then 4. Makes sense. So 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and 4. So they're adding 0.05 each time. And so, we're adding 0.5, just simply 0.5 each time. Alright, so it's going to be 2.5 what? Kilometers
Kilometers.
in the first 10 minutes. Anyone got that before I gave the answer?
I did.
Very good. Anyone else?
Yes, I did.
That's good. Norman made 2 stops along his journey. How long did he stop in total? So, how will we know that the stops? What tells us the stops?
Flatness, like flat.
The flatness, very good.
25 minutes.
So, this here is a stop, so let me use the stop by blue. Someone said 25 minutes.
55 minutes.
Alright, and Zuxpress say 55. But this right here is, this blue is a stop because it's flat. And like I said, each of these intervals here is 5-minute intervals. So this is 5 minutes right here. Because this is 8, this is 8, 5, then 8:10, then 8:15, then 8:20, then 8:20, then 8:25, 8:30, 8:35, 8:40. So each of these little blocks here is 5 minutes. So this one right here is 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes. Okay. 5 minutes. So that's important. And this one is 5, 10, 15. Right? So that's 15 minutes. So in total, it's going to be 5 minutes plus 15 minutes. It's going to be what?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. So 5 minutes. So in total, total equals 5 minutes plus 15 minutes, which is 20 minutes. Isn't this enough for 3 points though? Sorry. 20 minutes. Any questions on that?
No, sir.
Okay, that's good. All right. All right, how far, so it's a question of distance, right? How far from grandmother's house was Norman at 8:40 a.m.? They like these questions.
7 kilometers.
Say it again.
7.
So at 8:40, so 8:40 is going to be, choose a different color. 8:40 is right here, right? So 8:40 is right here. So if we go across, trying to figure out what is this distance here from here to here. What is that distance, right? So this distance to this distance, right? So this look like this is 6, this is 6.5, so this is 7, right? So this right here is 7. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
7. So from 7 to, from 7 to 8 is 1. From 8 to 9 is 1. From 9 to 10 is 1. From 10 to 11 is 1. From 11 to 12, that's 1. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So he is 5 kilometers away. Okay, so 5 kilometers away. Should I explain that again, or y'all understand how I got to 5?
I got it, though.
We understand how we got 5?
Wait, how you got 5?
How I got 5? How much you got?
I thought I had an owl. Like, he's an owl from his grandmother's house.
No, how far? So distance. Remember, it was 12. His grandma's house is 12 kilometers, but he was 7 kilometers. So if you take 12 and subtract.
Oh, never mind. I'm just stupid.
Yeah, 12 minus 7 is what?
5.
5.
I got the 7, but the 5 part I didn't get rid of.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I thought that was me because my Wi-Fi is freaking out right now.
No problem. Okay, so we understand how we got 5 kilometers, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So calculate the average speed for the entire journey, excluding rest stops. So,
Distance over time.
what'd you say?
We use distance over time.
Yeah, distance over time. So average speed. Very good, Ms. Cooper. So average speed. Average speed. Equals distance over time. So total distance traveled over total time taken. Now, when we say time, they do not want us to include the stops. So, first of all, what's the distance?
12.
12. So from his home to Grammy house is 12 kilometers. And time is going to be, the time for the stops was 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Alright.
9:40 take away 20.
9:40 take away 20. No, you wouldn't do that like that. Well, I see what you're saying. Yes, we could do it like that. Yes, we could. But
No, I was thinking.
No, we can't do it like that. No, don't do it like that. Don't do 9:40 take away 20. Do it like, because we want to figure out how much time actually was spent. So, where's this arrow? Okay, there we go. So from 8 to 8:40, that's 40 minutes, right? From 8:40 to, it's going to be 20. It's from 8:40 to 9:20. It's another 40 minutes. And then from 9:20 to 9:40, that's 20 minutes, right? So altogether, if we add that, right, how much minutes in total was for every day?
100 minutes.
Say it again.
100 minutes.
Say it again.
I get 80.
100 minutes.
Okay.
What's between from 8:40 to 90 is 40 minutes?
From 8
I got 80.
From 8 to 8:40 is 40 minutes. Would you agree?
But the 8:40 to 9 o'clock.
No, from 8:40 to 9:20.
Oh.
It's 40 minutes. And then from 9:20
Oh.
to 9:40, yeah, it's 20 minutes. Sorry, excuse me.
100.
So it's 100, right?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you using the last 20 minutes of the time?
That's a good question. I shouldn't for real.
Yeah, I was saying 80. Jennifer girl, hold on. What?
I shouldn't use the last. Because it didn't matter.
Because he reached his grandmother's house at 9:20, right?
Yeah, you're right. So it's gonna be 80 for real. Good. So equals 80.
Okay.
Now they told us to exclude stops, so we have to take out 20 minutes as well. You know that, right? Because they tell us don't include the time that he stopped.
Okay.
So the time that he stopped, we have to move that. So it's gonna be 80
1 hour.
minus what?
20 minutes.
20.
It's gonna be what?
Equals 60 minutes.
60 per hour.
Yeah, so basically an hour. Alright, so this is gonna be 12 kilometers divided by 60 minutes. we could divide the 2. It's going to be equal to what?
5.
5.
No, sir.
How?
12 divided by 60 is 6.
1
Is 0.2.
5.
Oh,
So it's 1 over 5.
1 over 5. 0.2.
Yeah, 0.2 kilometers per minute. Now, if the 60 was on top and the 12 was at the bottom, then it's going to be 5. So 0.2 kilometers per minute.
Per minute, okay.
Right.
Good, so the answer is 0.2. Remember, so how will we set this up if we're actually doing the division? It's going to be 60, open bracket, 12. Don't assume that don't assume that just because it's the bigger number, it goes in the middle, in the box, or it's the dividend. Remember, the dividend is only the number. The dividend is going to be the number on top. Okay? And so in our case, it's 12. Alright? So be careful. So if we were to divide it, we know that 60 goes into 12 0 times. So 12 divided by 0 is 12.
No, 12.
And we put the imaginary
0.
0. Of course, we put the decimal point. 60 times 2 is
2.
120.
Elizabeth, you could redo that, please.
Okay, no problem. What we are saying is that we say, because it's 12 over 60, we have to write it like this. Okay, it's 12 over 60.
Yes, sir.
So that means that the 12 go inside. Whatever number is on top goes inside. Inside the block. Inside the division sign. So we know that 60 goes into 12 0 times. It's going to be 12 minus 0. It's still 12. Then we put the point, the decimal point, which gives us the authority to put the 0. And we know that 60 times 2 is 120. And 120 minus 120 is 0.
Okay.
So the answer is 0.2 kilometers per minute.
I'll take it.
Now, if it was 60 divided by 12, then
Would have been 5.
So that literally the exact same thing that some of my students in my class were struggling with.
I feel so stupid when you say no.
That's fine. At least you aren't reaching grade 12 and figure that out. Hello?
Yeah, Paul.
Say it again. I thought someone was saying something. Alright, send the notes for me, please. It'll be a delight to see what y'all did with this one, especially those graphs.
And you go right.
I enjoy that dread.
What it is, that's warning. But still send it in.
What's with you? I really draw the line.
Who is this writing in baby blue pen? Look very pretty. Who's that? Don't be shy. Who is this writing in baby blue pen? With a highlight green. Hello, who's that? shy.
Well, it's not me, so.
This I talk about very pretty. They remind me of Bgcse. But usually the shy people with the good handwriting, you know. Also like talk. Also like talk. We don't worry, you don't bother about the handwriting.
We don't have Abigail, but she can do it. That's good.
Yeah. I wish they would answer. What that is? Let me see what that is. Let me give a guess.
You know what I mean? Say it.
The number is saved, but it's not. I mean, the number is in my phone, but it's not on. It's not saved, right? It's not saved. I can't tell you who. Probably the person where we left early. I think this is. Is this for Nargo Maxi? No, I don't know. I think so, you know. Maybe, I don't know. But it's good handwriting nonetheless. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. Alright. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to our last question for the night. We're not gonna use the graphs, obviously. Just the night is too short. And we're not gonna do this yet. The night is too short for that. We have like 8 minutes left. Let's do these. Let's do these. And I really want to do circle theorem. That would be the last question on paper 3 paper. Then we'll be done with that paper. So this is the last question on the paper 3. But I don't want to venture into this right now. We have some explaining to do for this one. So let's leave that one until later this week. Tomorrow or later this week, I'll just go to the paper 2 now. And we're not gonna do the graph, we're just gonna go to the straight factorization, and then if we have time we'll do the simplification. So let's see how far we go. So this is paper 2.
We doing this tonight?
Yeah, we're doing that tonight. Yeah. What? Do you want to do it tomorrow? That's pretty.
Oh, I thought you was laughing out for English.
No. Alright, so let's go. Now, someone gotta know how to do this. Can anyone remember how we do these stuff?
Yes, sir.
You.
Go ahead.
First of all, I first would gather the numbers first because all of the numbers could be simplified by 3.
Very good.
I'll put it on the outside, then I'll go for each one has P, so I'll go for a P in each, and then that's it because I can't do Q because 3P doesn't have a Q, so it won't go on the outside. So
wow, you're learning, Miss Nancy. You're learning something. Something work after these months. Something clicking. Wow. Very good. Okay, so the first thing we do here is we find out with the numbers what is the greatest common factor. So we have 12, 3, and 6. What numbers can go? What is the biggest number that could go into 12, 3, and 6? Well, what's the biggest number that could go into 12, 3, and 6?
So we factorizing.
Yeah.
Oh.
The biggest number that could go into 12, 3, and 6.
3.
3. Very
3.
Good.
Oh, I really don't.
All right. Good. All right. So what else is common in everything? We have a P here.
P.
Here. Anna?
P.
Yeah, so that's common margin. Is anything else common?
No.
No, sir.
because we have a Q here and Q here, but Q is not here.
No common. Yeah.
So it's gonna be open bracket. What times 3 gives me 12?
4.
Four. Man.
Sorry, Nigel. What times 3p gives me 12p x squared? I mean q squared.
Q squared.
Q squared.
Is Q squared.
Because if we do 3 times 4, that gives us the 12. The p would automatically be multiplied, and then the q squared is missing to get it out. Alright, so 3p times 4q squared is going to give me 12p q squared plus what times 3p gives me 3p?
1.
1.
Very good. 1 minus what times 3 gives me 6?
2.
2.
Very good. And what can I do to get p squared?
P.
I already have a p here, so I need to multiply by another 2. Okay, it's gonna be p times p, which is p squared. And then I don't have no q here, so I just will put the q. Okay, good. So that's how we do it. Right? So then it's factorized.
Okay.
Any questions on that? Let me know. What always amazes me is why this is for 3 points. I never understand.
Honestly, we get confused from time to time.
I don't understand why this is 3 points.
So how much point do you think it's worth?
I guess they give it away twice.
This would be like a 2-point question, not 3 though.
Wait, what?
Give it away twice?
Alright. So let's do another one. Not another factoring. Another question. So simplify. So it was 5m divided by n cubed all squared. So what we'll do here is it's gonna be, how are we doing with time? What? Oh wow. I didn't know that. Okay, do this one.
Wow.
Do this one for homework. For tomorrow's class, and we'll begin with this. Okay. We'll take this down for homework. Alright. That's the end of math class. So I want you to send in all the math notes that you have. Especially those persons who have not been saying a word in this group. Please send in the math notes. You know who you are. Elvano, I need to have from you. Jeremiah. Natalia, I need to have from you. Hi Monique, I need to have from you. And Haley, I need to have from you. Collins and Fernagio.
Mr. BT, I sent him to work in your email by
Okay, no problem. Alright, so we're gonna move on to English. I don't know what type of story we have today, but I hope it's good.
I know it interesting.
So you know, man, What is the most interesting story that you think we had so far?
The apples and the cats.
The apples and
The lady.
the lady.
No, I like the apples one. Yeah, that crazy woman too. And then the
all right.
And the cats.
Anyway, okay, yeah, I really like the cats one, man. That one had me. I was like, wow, that's funny. All right, so let's go with this reading comprehension. Don't give us a title. The title is The Folded Leaf. The Folded Leaf. Interesting.
Could be stemmed.
So, what you think? What do you say?
Sounds basic.
Yours got these two different titles.
The Folded Leaf out of all the names.
The Folded Leaf. What do you think it's gonna be about? Anyone want to give it a hint? What do you think it's gonna be about?
Basically, the folded leaf, I guess.
Probably like like fall. Something to do with fall.
You mean like the seasons?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I would say that.
Okay, so I don't know. The Folded Leaf. I see Russia. Yeah.
Origami? That's what I'm thinking of.
Origami. Oh boy. I don't know. I don't
I'm guessing me or
I don't know. The Folded Leaf. It sounds fiction to me though. The Folded Leaf.
Yeah.
It sounds fiction, but remember last time we said the dressing the cat, that sounded fiction, but that was more true than anything else. But I want to say it's fiction because I remember the last time it was fiction. The first question we did was fiction. This is the next paper. We starting from the beginning again, and so I guess they usually give fiction for the beginning. I don't know. So we'll see. All right. So let's begin. Mr. Lenroy, you don't have to have your camera on. That's fine. All right, Lenroy?
Okay.
Yeah. No need to have your camera on. Okay, so let's begin. The Folded Leaf. So okay, so let's read it. Okay, so we're gonna read it. Do I have any readers? I just need one. One to help out.
Alright.
Who said that?
Me.
Who's me?
I can't.
Who's me?
Cooper.
Cooper?
Wait, no, I won't read because I want to understand it. So yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to read, but I can't. I might get off.
Wait, I want to try it. Yeah, I want to try it.
Oh, can I call right back? I am in class. No problem. All right. Okay, so yeah, so I want Nancy to help me read.
Miss Mitchell, I really don't want to.
Nancy, I put you on. Just read. Just start from. Just easy. I given you just 90 to the end. You can't beat that with a stick.
No, I have the option to say no. Please, I really don't.
All right. Okay.
I don't like reading in public. That's one thing I can't do.
Wow. I found a weak link. Okay. Anyway, let's read it then. I'll read it then, since you're all so shy. I'll see why you're so
Yesterday wanted to read. I like it.
Okay.
The screen keeps moving and shifting.
It's moved because I'm moving it. I'm moving it. It should be still. It should be still now. I hope. All right.
Yes. Sir.
Okay. Okay. So let's read it. So this passage is always read the heading. All right. Make sure you read the heading so you can know where it comes from. This could help in understanding context. And if we don't read this, we wouldn't know what the title is. Hey, All right, so let's begin. Okay, so it says this passage is adapted from William Maxwell, The Folded Leaf, by William Maxwell, originally published in 1945. Anyone was alive in 1945?
Of course.
I mean, any of you?
My Grammy.
I mean,
oh no.
I mean,
Yeah, I was alive.
Fair people. Yeah, I wasn't even thought of in 1945.
I was even
Anyway, let's go.
I was just moving on to that.
It says the Alcazar restaurant was on. So be prepared to give me a summary, and be prepared to give me your thoughts on it. Okay. All right. So let's go. The Alcazar restaurant on Sheridan Road near Devon Avenue. It was long and narrow, with tables for two long. Sorry, it was long and narrow, with tables for two along the walls and tables for four down the middle. The decoration was art modern, except for the series of murals depicting the four seasons. On the sick ferns in the front window, Limey sat down at the second table from the cash register and ordered his dinner. The history book, which he propped against the catsup and the glass sugar bowl, had been used by others before him. Blank pages, front and back, were filled in with maps, drawings, dates, comic cartoons, and organs of the body, also with names and messages no longer clear and never absolutely legible. On nearly every other page there was some marginal notation, either in ink or in very hard pencil. And unless someone had upset a glass of water, the marks on page 77 were from tears. While Lamy read about the Peace of Paris signed on the 13th of May, 1844 between France and the Allied powers, his right hand managed again and again to bring food up to his mouth. Sometimes he chewed, sometimes he swallowed swallowed whole the food that he had no idea he was eating. The Congress of Vienna met with some allowance for delays early in November of the same year, and all the powers engaged in war on either side sent plenipotentiaries. It was by far the most splendid and most important assembly ever convoked to discuss and determine the affairs of Europe. The Emperor of Russia, the King of Prussia, the King of Bavaria, Denmark, and Württemberg, all were present in person at the court of the Emperor of France I in the Austrian chapel. When Lamy put down his fork and began to count them off one by one on the fingers of his left hand, the waitress, whose name was Irma, thought he was through eating and tried to take away his plate. He stopped her. Prince Metternich, his right thumb, presided over the Congress, and Prince Talleyrand, the index finger, represented France. A party of four, 2 men and 2 women, came into the restaurant, all talking at once, and took possession of the center table nearest Limy. The women had shingled hair and short, tight skirts, which exposed the underside of her knees when they sat down. One of the women had the face of a young boy, but disguised by one trick or another, row, lipstick, powder, wet bags plastered against the high forehead, and a pair of long pendant earrings, to look like a woman of 35, which as a matter of fact she was. The men were older. They laughed more than there seemed for any occasion for, while they were deciding between soup and shrimp, cocktail, and their laughter was so loud. But it was the women's voices, the terrible, not quite sober pitch of the women's voices, which caused Limy to skim over 2 whole pages without knowing what was on them. Fortunately, he realized this and went back. Otherwise, he might have never known about the secret treaty concluded between England, France, and Austria, when the pretensions of Prussia and Russia, acting in concert, seemed to threaten a renewal of the attack. The results of the Congress were stated clearly at the bottom of page 67 and the top page of 68. But before Limey got halfway through them, a coat that he recognized as his father was hung on the hook next to his chair. Limey closed the book and said, "I didn't think you were coming." Time is probably no more unkind to supporting characters than it is to other people. Physical decay, unsustained by respectability, to somehow more noticeable. Mr. Peters' hair was turning gray and his scalp showed through on top. He had lost weight also. He no longer filled out his clothes the way he used to. His color was poor, and the flower had disappeared from his bottom hole. In its place was the American Legion button. Apparently, he himself was not aware that there had been any change. He straightened his tie self-consciously, and when Irma handed him a menu, he gestured with it, so that the two women at the next table would notice the diamond ring on the fourth finger of his right arm. Both of these things, and also the fact that his hand showed signs of the manicurist, one blame on the young man who had his picture taken with a derby hat on the back of his head, and also sitting with a girl in the curve of the moon. The young man had never for 1 second deserted Mr. Peters. He was always there, tugging at Mr. Peters' elbow, making him do things that were not becoming in a man of 45. Thoughts? What is this about? Do you understand it? Does it make sense? What do you think it's about? I just want to hear your ideas. What do you think?
I know it's with Lumi. He's in a restaurant.
Okay.
I didn't remember if he was reading a history book in there. I remember something about history, but he was in a restaurant. I believe he was reading a history book because a group of people came in and they're laughing and their voices and stuff distracted him.
Yes.
And he skipped a few pages.
Yes.
And that's what I understand.
Yes.
And he never really got to see what's on them pages.
Okay. All right, very good.
I think he was waiting for something.
I was saying the same.
All right, go ahead. Kennedy, you saying something?
It looked like he was waiting for somebody. Now, when a person came, he say, "Oh, you came."
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, so what would you say about Limey? Like, can you give me some characteristics of Limey that how would you describe his character?
I'll say he get distracted easy.
So you get distracted easily?
He likes to read.
He likes to read? Okay. Yeah. How would you describe his focus when reading the book?
Very little, because everyone was talking.
Very little? You sure? Think about it now. Let me give you an idea what I mean. Look what it said. Look at it. It said sometimes he chewed and sometimes he swallowed the whole food that he had no idea he was eating. So what does that tell you?
He paid a lot of attention to his reading.
Yes, he was very intensely focused on the reading of the book. So much so that he didn't even realize how much food he was eating. There was a time when the waiter came, and she thought that he wanted to finish, but he was trying to remember, it seems, the names of the people he was reading, and he was mentioning them on his hand. Remember that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. How would you describe the procession of people? They talk about How would you describe the women first, and then how would you describe the men?
The men's were loud.
They were loud. There's something that they're doing though that was very distinguishable that the author mentioned. The men in particular.
Their voices.
Their voices. Yeah, that wasn't really what took him off though. But something there, the men.
They was laughing.
They was laughing, and I like his thing. They were laughing, right? And it says that. Well, it says. Described by the trick. That's like woman. It says the men were older, but they laughed more than there seemed any occasion for. What does that mean?
They laughed more than they needed to.
They laughed more than they needed to. You ever see like people? And I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of guilty of it. That's why I start laughing. Like every little thing, every little thing, they just start laughing. You know, that's me when I'm with my best friend. When I'm with him, boy, it's like everything we make a joke of. Every single thing. So I know what they mean. So I could definitely relate to that. But that didn't distract them. What really distracted them? What really distracted them?
It was the woman's voice.
The voices of the women.
Yeah, it says, but it was the women voices. The terrible, not quite sober pitch of the women's voices, which caused him to get disturbed. All right.
So we talking about like all women or just one woman?
No. Remember, it was the women who were with the procession. So
okay.
That's what you're talking about. How would you describe the attire of the women?
They had tight shorts.
Yes, tight shorts.
Shingled hair.
Yeah. Lipstick. All that stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
When they say woman, that's more than one, right?
Yeah, MEN. MEN.
So why they add an S to the end?
No, women. That's to say apostrophe S. So.
Okay.
Oh, that's why. All right.
Yeah, they have voices. All right.
Okay.
That's possession.
Okay.
All right. Okay, and then someone came, and they started to describe this person who came. To me, it just seemed. Anyway, I don't want to give out any answers, but let's go with question number 1. So write down the question and then write down its associated answer. It says, over the course of the passage, the primary focus shifts from Limey's inner thoughts to observations made by other characters, an exchange between strangers to satisfy a personal relationship, the physical setting of the scene to the different character personality traits, or Limey experiencing reading a book to descriptions of people in the restaurant. Over the course of the passage, the primary focus shifts from what?
D, I think.
D. Anyone
D.
else? D. Anyone else? Anyone else want to try before I give the answer? All right, the correct answer is D. Because if we look carefully, it does first start talking about him reading the book. You know, how the book was filled with drawings and dates and cartoons and then it's talking about how he read about different stuff, about the Peace of Pyrrhus and the Congress of Vienna and all those stuff. And then it then start talking about the people and what they doing and the man who he met and stuff like that. So it shifts from his experience reading the book to descriptions of people in the restaurant. Okay. So D. Number 2. The main purpose.
Mr. Petit, can you go back on the question, please?
Okay, no problem. So write down the question and then the correct answer.
Mr. Petit.
Yes, sir.
Like, I know it was D, but then I almost changed my answer, so I said, let me just keep my answer.
What are they speaking? This Deshaun?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, it's D.
Because if I change it, I'll be like, oh no, I should go back.
Yeah.
I have it.
Okay, good. Thank you, Mr. Forbes, for sending in the notes. Question number 2 says, the main purpose of the first paragraph is to. Is it to introduce the passage main character by showing his nightly habits? Is it to indicate the date the passage takes place by presenting period details? Is it to convey the passage settings by describing a place and an object? Or is it to foreshadow an event that is described in detail later in the passage? What's the purpose of the first paragraph? Say it again.
Wait, can I see the first paragraph, please?
Yeah, let's read the first paragraph. So the first paragraph is this. The Alsa restaurant on Sheridan Road near Devion Avenue. It was long and narrow with tables for 2 along the walls and tables for 4 down the middle. The decoration was art moderne except for a series of murals depicting the 4 seasons and the sick ferns in the front window. Limey sat down at the second table from the cash register and ordered his dinner. The history book which he propped against the cash sup, the glass sugar bowl, had been used by others before him. Blank pages, front and back, were filled in with maps, drawing dates, On nearly every other page, some marginal notation, either in ink or very hard pencil. Okay, so what is the purpose of part?
It was introducing the main character.
Look at it.
C.
C. Who said C?
A.
B.
Y'all doing the alphabet now. A, B, C, D.
B.
All right, might as well say E. All right. The correct answer is C. Yes. The reason why it's C is because it's clearly talking about the setting. We know what setting is, right? Conveys the passage setting by describing a place and an object. So the place is what? A restaurant. And we have plenty information about the restaurant in the first paragraph, right? Where is it located? That it was long and narrow. It had tables for 2, tables for 4, the decorations on the wall, the table where he sat on. Alright? And so it really described the setting, okay? The place, and it described an object, and the object is the history book. Now some may say, well, Mr. Petit, well, didn't it show his nightly habits? Didn't it introduce the main character nightly habits? Well, it's not true. That's not true, because it only tells us what he did in one night. We don't know what he used to do every night. We just know that on this night he was in a restaurant. So we can't say that's his habit. Okay, Miss Cooper?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so be careful with that. So it really described the place and the object, the place being the restaurant, and the object being the history book. So better than mine.
I was saying C at first in my mind, but I was like probably A because they was like introducing him and what he is doing and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought too.
All right. It can be reasonably inferred that Irma, the waitress, thinks Limey is through eating because what? He has begun reading the book. His plate is empty. He is no longer holding his fork. He has asked her to clear the table.
So you go to answer.
Say it again.
All I remember, they say he had his fork in his hand and it was empty.
Okay, so let's look at it. Number 37. So right there. So we're gonna, so this 35, 36, 37. So why did she think that he was through eating? So when Limey put down his fork and began to count them off one by one on the fingers of his left hand, the waitress, whose name was Irma, thought he was through eating and tried to take away his plate.
Because he placed his fork down.
So he placed his fork down. So that's be what?
See.
See, he is no longer holding his fork. Okay.
I was in that.
Yeah. So it's C. We understand why it's C, right? You understand? You understand why it's C, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can you go back?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Who said that? One?
Please.
Yeah, the reason why it's said when Limey put down his fork. That's the key. So he put down his fork, so he's not holding down his fork anymore. And then he began, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And began to count them off one by one. The fingers on his left hand, the waitress, whose name was Erna, thought he was through because what? He put down his fork.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 4. What is Limey's primary impression of the party of 4? Is it that they are noisy and distracting? Is that they are a refreshing change from the other customers? Is it that they resemble characters from his history book? Or is it that they represent glamour and youth? A. Very good. They are noisy and distracting. They laugh too much. And their voices are so much of a different pitch that it's annoying. He calls them to get distracted. Are we good? Why it can't be B though?
Yes, sir. You.
Why it cannot be B? Anyone? Why it cannot be B? Are y'all sleeping? Are y'all sleeping?
I'm not sure that I don't sleep.
You don't know say, but you know what say. Alright. Okay, it can't be B because they're not refreshing. You know what it means for something to be refreshing? Like, if me and you had a conversation, I say, wow, that was refreshing. That means, what does that mean? If it was refreshing?
Good.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's nice.
It was nice. It was invigorating. You were happy that I'm there. Like,
yeah, like that.
Yeah, if you were sad, you are now buoyant and jubilant. But yeah, this one, he actually don't, he not even happy that they come. It can't be seen that it resembles characters from the history book because we ain't get much information about the characters in the history book, so we can't say. And then represents glamour and youth. The author didn't suggest that. So let's see. Which line provides the answer for number 4, that they are noisy and distracting? But we know they're noisy and distracting because let's go to line 55 to 59, right? So it says that what? Their laughter was so loud, right? The woman's voices was terrible, right? The woman's voices caused him to skim over 2 pages. Okay. So it's from 55 to 6 to 59 that we get the annoyance that they provided. So the answer here is number 55. Line 55 to 6 to 59.
Got it.
Okay, good. Alright, the narrator indicates that Limey finally closes his history book. Is it because A, his father has joined him at the table, B, the people at the other table were too disruptive, C, he has finished the chapter about the Congress, or D, he is preparing to leave the restaurant? Why did he close the book?
B.
B, the people were disruptive. Anyone else?
I don't think you could go back to the last part of the story,
I
please.
believe A.
You think it's A?
Yeah.
Who said A?
Me.
This is C.
What's the name? Who said A?
That's then right.
That's who? Oh, Lenroy. Okay, Lenroy. Lenroy says that it's A because he said it's his father is trying at the table. Okay, someone said A. Anyone else? Thank you, Lenroy. Anyone else?
You go to the story.
A, because it's in the passage.
Say it again.
You can look at you go to the end of the story. So.
Okay, so let's look. Let's find where he closed the book. So that would be like number 67. So the results of the Congress were stated clearly at the bottom of 67 and at the top of page 68. But before Limey got halfway through them, a coat that he recognized as his what? Father's was hung on the hook next to his chair. Limey closed the book and said what?
I didn't think you were coming.
So what caused them to stop reading the book?
His dad.
His dad's arrival. His dad's arrival. Okay, so Lenroy was right. It's A. His dad's arrival. It's almost as if he was just reading that book to buy time. You understand? Like I like what Kennedy said. It seems like he was waiting on someone. Alright, choose. Sorry. This is number 7. The primary impression created by the narrator's description of Mr. Peters in line 74 and 79 is that he is healthy and fit, angry and menacing, nervous and hesitant, or aging and shriveled. What description do we get of this?
Can you watch a passage? Just so we can find out.
Alright. Who that is? Lenroy again speaking?
Lenroy.
Okay, so let's go to 74 to 79. And let's see. So 74 would be here. 79 would be here. So let's read about Mr. Peters. Mr. Peters' hair was turning gray. It's a big hint. His scalp showed through it on top. He had lost weight. Right? He also no longer filled out his clothes the way he used to. This is very obvious. His color was poor. Oh my, this is easy. And the flower had disappeared from his bottom hole. In its place was an American Legion button.
Oh, you're on the verge of that.
Ah, very good. Very good, Kennedy.
Oh.
So what is it?
Shriveled.
Aging and shriveled. D. Very good. Okay. D.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh, 8?
Let's look at 8. The main idea of the last paragraph is that A. Mr. Peters neglects to spend any time with his family members. B. Behaves as if he is a younger version of himself. C. Is very conscious of symbols of wealth and power. Or D. Is preoccupied with the knowledge that he is growing old.
B.
B? B? Who says B?
Me. I can't be.
Kennedy, you say B?
Alright, let me try A.
So I'll try A. Neglects to spend any time with family. So let's look at the last paragraph and see. So this is right there. The first line gives it away. Apparently, he himself was not aware that there had been any change.
B.
Alright. So what is that saying? He still behaves as a younger version of himself. Okay. All right. So he's getting right. Go ahead.
That's like it right.
Oh yeah. So he's getting old and he doesn't even realize it. Probably dementia. Probably has dementia. Anyway, number 9. Says.
You know all of us do that.
Number 9. I ain't getting to that. Miss Cool. I am not. Not tonight. Which choice best supports the conclusion that Mr. Peter wants to attract attention? Which choice best supports the conclusion that Mr. Peter wants to attract attention? Lines 80 to 81, 81 to 85. Apparently unchanged, he straightened his hand. The young Mr. Peters, or he was 45. Which one? So let's go back to it. So, sorry. 80 to 81. Or, where we start from? We start from what? Okay, 80 to 81. So let's see. So which one best shows that he's looking for attention? Apparently he himself was not aware that there had been any change. Does that show that he is attracting attention? No, not in my opinion.
No, sir.
How about he straightened his tie?
Yes, sir.
Self-consciously. And when Irma handed him a menu, listen this now, he gestured in with it so that the two women at the next table would notice what?
The
diamond ring on the 4th finger of his right hand. So does this show that he's looking for attention right there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right there. Straighten up his tie and trying to show his bling bling to the young ladies is line 81 to 85. So it would be that one. So
What do you mean by that? He was like signaling that, oh, I'm married or something?
no, just that I get a diamond ring. Like I get a diamond ring. Like, and you don't, you know? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh.
Yeah. And it's a diamond ring, for goodness sake. You know what I mean? Like a diamond ring. So, you know, 81 to 85. Alright, and finally number 10. As used in 93, becoming most nearly means emerging, fitting, developing, or happening. As used in 93, becoming means as used in 93, becoming means, as used in 93, as used in line 93, becoming most nearly means emerging, fitting, developing, or happening. So let's go to 93.
Developing.
Let's go 93.
Let's go to 93. I like that. Let's go to 93. He was always there, tugging at Mr. Peter's elbow, making him do things that were not becoming in a man of 45.
Fitting.
I love it. Who said that?
Alicia.
Fitting. Was not fitting. Okay. So becoming means fitting in that case. It's not fit for a man of 45 to do whatever a child say. Okay, that was quick. Did we like the story? Or
It's alright. It was some.
It was alright. It was alright, but
It was
good.
it was okay.
it was okay. I just think that the questions, I must say, the questions very easy. They don't usually be this easy.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
To be honest, it is.
the questions were very easy. I must say, just because the impasse questions, they just been what they was
Scratching us out.
They was scratching us out. But these ones were very easy. So I'm gonna end with vocabulary words that I want you to write definitions for. So whatever I underline, make sure me come back here on Wednesday. Write the definition for them. I'm gonna give you a lot, so just do 10. You choose the 10 that you want. Okay, just do 10. Let's see what's nice one. Narrow. What does narrow means? That's a good one. Art moderne. What does that mean? A series of murals. Murals is a good one. Ferns. Register. Epropt. I like that. Against the cats up. Sugar bowl. Legible. What does legible means?
Like you can read it?
Exactly. Legible means if it's not legible, that means you can't read it. Marginal. I like that. Notation. Ally. Congress. This word right here. Plenipotentiaries. Mercy. Wow. This is a big one. Plenipotentiaries. Alright. Engage in what? We know what splendid is. Convoked. Presided. It's a good one. Possession. Disguised. Plastered. pretensions, recognized, sporting, unsustained, respectability, apparently, self-consciously, manicurist, deserted, becoming. All right, so those are the vocabulary words that I want you to consider. All right. I like this one. Reasonably is also good. Inferred is also good. Impression. There's more. I'll just leave it at that. Just choose 10 of them. 10 of them. All right. So that brings us to the end of our time together. I want you to send out the language notes as well as the math notes as well. And so we'll call it a night right here. Okay. So see you on tomorrow. What time do we meet tomorrow?
6.
Yes, sir.
6 p.m. All right. So have a wonderful night using the same link.
Good night.
Yes, we do.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Mr. Badi.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Who didn't forget?
I forget you.
Good night.
Good night. I haven't forgotten you, Ricardo.